At the Kaiser Permanente Family Medicine Residency, our symbol is a tree, a living emblem of growth and life. Its deep roots anchor it through every season, just as our program provides depth, resiliency, and a strong foundation for our residents to thrive and reach new heights. Woodland Hills Family Medicine is a program that values academic rigor, knowledgeable, accessible faculty, and a focus on wellness for our residents.
When I interviewed here, I was just overwhelmed by how incredible the folks were. They were supportive, they were so lovely. I really wanted to spend these 3 years that I knew were going to be really tough, an environment where I felt like supported and kind of nurtured.
Right after I had done my interview day, I just felt that people I talked to were really personable to talk to. They were very nice. They were very easy to talk to, and that's the kind of culture that I want to be a part of.
I was very lucky enough as a med student to do a rotation here. I got to work with the residents in their clinic, and I could see how happy they were. I felt that they were thriving.
The culture of our family medicine residency program has always been one of the highlights of this residency. Every year we, as part of a resident retreat, we hear from each class. And consistently year to year, we hear from our residents that the positive culture of this program, and reflecting back on my own time as a resident here, I would say that that was absolutely the case, and that I had a very positive experience, and that's why one of the main reasons I decided to stay on as faculty.
We all have so much fun together. I think, there have been a variety of like our holiday parties or our gatherings together. We have wellness days with residents.
My first residency retreat was in Ventura. It was so amazing to be in a beachside hotel with a view of the ocean and to spend time with the rest of my residents and attendings.
Once a year, we'll do our annual weekend retreats program-wide with the residents and the faculty, and then we have our wellness day. Our wellness day, typically in the morning, we'll do some type of structured activity, whether that's a scavenger hunt or yoga or sound bath. The bond is there, and it helps keep the residents grounded and keep the morale high.
We really work to make sure that the resident schedules are evenly paced, so they're not doing multiple hard rotations back to back, that they're able to have, maybe a harder rotation, then maybe a little easier one, so they get that work-life balance.
We are very proud of the way we've got a very robust curriculum that is strong on inpatient medicine, and then we have all the different sort of aspects that we think are needed to kind of fill in that outpatient ambulatory aspect.
Every Tuesday morning, we have a resident sports medicine clinic. There's 2 residents, and there are 3 to 4 patients assigned to each resident. In addition, they'll rotate with myself or one of the other sports medicine colleagues in the orthopedics department to do more learning there. We try and incorporate ultrasound, and we really listen to the residents' feedback.
We are an unopposed program, meaning that we're the only residents here in the hospital. So whenever we call up a specialist, they know that it's, we're the residents, and so they're really, really keen to teach and always spend a little bit of extra time with us, which I think is helpful, not only to aid in learning, but just as a way to build camaraderie among colleagues at the hospital.
One of the big benefits of our residency program is that there's always teaching going on. Lifelong learning is so important in our field, and our residency program is definitely conducive to lifelong learning.
There is a whole range of different research that our residents can do, from quality improvement projects in the clinic to really large retrospective studies utilizing Kaiser Permanente data across Southern California. So we've published several studies where we've got hundreds of thousands of patients' data in those studies, and so there's a lot of scope and opportunity. And here at Woodland Hills, we've got a lot of relationships with the research and evaluation department and the biostatisticians there. So we help shepherd you through the whole process and make it streamlined and really value research here.
We each have a mentor, and we meet with them a handful of times a year, 2 to 3 times a year. We are checking in frequently about our goals, our aspirations, what we want to do after graduation. And we do such frequent check-ins so that they can help guide us in our training to really meet those goals.
I think our program has a really good balance of support and autonomy. I think in the very beginning as an intern, you have plenty of support from your faculty, from your co-residents, your chief residents. You kind of build more and more independence as you go.
So here at the program, all of the residents have a little V-scan. It's a portable thing they can kind of connect to their phone, and it allows you the ability to, you can use it in the hospital with some of the attendings who do ultrasound there, and especially with MSK, we try and use it as much as possible.
We've used technology here at Kaiser as a resident in many different ways. One of them, the most interesting, being our AI scribe software called Abridge. Our program is forward-looking and wants to prepare you for what, practicing primary care might be like in the future.
I chose Kaiser Woodland Hills because it was a small program, had very much a family feel to it. There's a lot of pediatric training here. We get to go to CHLA.
Kaiser Woodland Hills is a wonderful area to start training in. There's a great diversity of patients in terms of backgrounds and ages. Specifically, they work with a lot of older patients, and I'm interested in working with a geriatric population.
So I chose this program for many reasons. I really love the location. It's in Los Angeles, but a little bit more suburban, but you still get a lot of the Los Angeles culture.
I love that it's an unopposed program, meaning we're the only residents here. There's no other specialties, so when we're on rotations for other specialties, we're the main people that get to learn. We're first assist in any procedures, in any surgery, so it's a really good training environment for family medicine.
That I felt like the culture I was able to fit in with, and it would be a good fit for me from a professional standpoint. There really is just a good diversity of cases that we see, and many good learning opportunities, which so far has proven to be accurate.
It was also just a very supportive environment where there's lots of faculty available to answer your questions. You get a one-on-one mentor.
I chose Kaiser Woodland Hills because I thought it was a really unique system in that it's fully integrated with the pharmacy, being within the healthcare system.
The benefits are pretty good. We get our own offices, we get free food for lunch every day, so that was an additional plus as well.
Woodland Hills and the San Fernando Valley where we train it's like a hidden gem of Los Angeles because we have great proximity to all the benefits and the beauty that Los Angeles has to offer, but we also away from the traffic and some of the hecticness that is located in other parts of LA.
Train with purpose, lead with compassion, and join us here at Kaiser Permanente, Woodland Hills.